Hi students, good morning. Welcome to my channel Be Inspired. By using this channel, I am creating some educational videos in mathematics subject. Along with the educational videos, I am creating some puzzles and fast mathematics tips in Vedic Maths. So people who will feel difficult that Maths is a little bit hard, so I am going to face problem. Those who can watch those videos, they can, and you'll calculate Maths in a very easy manner. So there are so many tips in that. So how we have different methods and how we have different problems in mathematics, in the same way for Vedic Maths also there are different procedures. So for each procedure there is a fast trick. So by using that fast trick you can get Maths very easily. Please share, like, subscribe my channel. Hi students, welcome to Maths class. Till yesterday what we practiced, we just practiced that what is estimation we learned, and then we learned that estimation is nothing but round off to nearest tens, nearest hundreds, nearest thousands we done, right? So now we are moving on to estimation should be done even for arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. In today's class we will learn how to round off for addition and subtraction. Okay, without getting late, let's get started with the class. See here what they are giving: estimating outcomes of number situations. How do we add numbers? We add numbers by following the algorithm, nothing but the given method systematically. We write the numbers taking care of the digits in the same places, means ones, tens, hundreds. According to the place we will place the numbers, right? So for example, 3946 plus 6579 plus 2050 is written as. So based on the place values we written. We add the column of ones and if necessary carry forward the appropriate number to the tens place as we would be in this case. We then add the tens column and this goes on. Complete the rest of the sum yourself. This procedure takes time. There are many situations where we need to find answers more quickly. For example, when you go to a fair or market, you find a variety of attractive things which you want to buy. You need to quickly decide what you can buy. So you need to estimate the amount you need. It is the sum of the prices of things you want to buy. A trader is to receive money from two sources. The money he is to receive is 13,569 from one source and 26,785 from the other. He has to pay 37,000 to someone else by the evening. He rounds off the numbers to their nearest thousands and quickly works out the rough answer. He is happy that he has enough money. Do you think he would have enough money? Can you tell without doing the exact addition or subtraction? So here he is saying very clearly that actually these are the numbers we need, and what we will do, first we will do ones place addition and then we will go for tens place. If carry will come, we will pass on to the hundreds and then we will do addition. Yes, this is the original procedure we will follow here. And what he is saying one more thing here is, this is the original addition. For example, if you people went to a market, we purchase some items and in our purse we have only very few rupees. What we will do, first we will just check it out and roughly we will add all the numbers and we will say that okay, this much, if I remove this bill is going to be happened, right? So that rough calculation will be done, not the exact calculation. So in the same way, he given an example that one trader has to get money from two sources. From one source he has to get 13,569 and from the other source he has to get 26,785. So by evening he has to pay 37,000. So what he has to do, just he will add the money 13,569 and 26,785. So approximately that is 14,000 and this is 27,000. 14 and 27 how much will get? 31,000. He has to pay 37,000. So that's what. Do you think he has enough money? No, he has. Can you tell without doing? So without doing only we done, right? 14 plus 27 how much? 41,000 and he has to pay 37,000. Yes or no? So he has to pay 37,000. He has enough money to pay that. So what do you think? Yes, he has enough money. And he is giving one more experience here. Sheila and Mohan have to plan their monthly expenditure. They know their monthly expenses on transport, school requirements, groceries, milk and on clothes, and also on other regular expenses. This month they have to go for visiting and buying gifts. They estimate the amount they would spend on all this and then add to see if what they what they have would be enough? Would they round off to thousands as the trader did? Think and discuss 5 more situations where we have to estimate sums or reminders. Did we use rounding off, the same place, all these? There are no rigid rules when you want to estimate the outcomes of numbers. The procedure depends on the degree of accuracy required and how quickly the estimate is needed. The most important thing is how sensible the guessed answer would be. See, what they are saying is, they are thinking about two persons and they want to buy. They know the expenses on all these, and they have to, what they have to do, whether they have to round off or they have to do exact additions, because they want to buy gifts. So we need money for that. So that is the reason they have to buy for this. That is the reason they have to go for exact numbers, not the rough figures. So now he is saying that you have to say 5 more situations, and you have to say 5 more situations, and you should say where we will use round off and where we will not use round off. Okay, and round off is nothing but based on what, just a rough accuracy, just to know whether, for example, shopping mall, we will go for round off only, yes or no. We just go through all the items. Okay, I have for example, I have 500 rupees. I want to buy so many things. Instead of purchasing so many things, what I should do, I have only 500. So roughly I'll take 2 or 3 things and then I'll come out, because it is not, money is not sufficient with me. In that cases, we'll go for round off, and trader also round off. So like that, for example, if I want to purchase a ticket, I should go for round off. If I'll give the round off money, does the ticket person will take? No. So such situations he is asking. So you just think about 5 more situations like this. Okay, now to estimate sum or difference, what you need? As we have seen above, we can round off a number to any place. The trader rounded off the amounts to the nearest 1000 and he was satisfied that he had enough. So when you estimate any sum or difference, you should have an idea of why you need to round off, and therefore the place to which you would round off. Look at the following examples. What he is saying, trader done round off. For example, if you took round off for 100, is it possible for him? Is it enough money? No, because he wants to give for 37,000. So that is the reason he just took the round off for 1000. Now in the same way, in what kind of situation, for what we should take round off, that also we have a knowledge on that. That's what he is saying that, and he is showing an example to us. So 5,290 plus 17,986. Solution, you find 17,986 is greater than 5,290. So what you should do, you should round off for thousands. So this is 17,986 will be round off to 1000, that is 18,000, because 500 and it is greater than 500. If it is greater than 500, we'll add 1 to the thousands place. So that is the reason it will become 18,000. Whereas 5,290, and here the hundreds tens ones place is 290, it is less than 500. So that is the reason we'll write the exact number. So the answer is 18 plus 5 is 23,000. Does the method work? You may attempt to find the actual answer and verify if the estimate is reasonable. So what we should do here, we have to find the actual answer, and then we will check whether the round off answer is very near or not. Now here he given a subtraction to us, 5,673 minus 436. If I do round off to 1000, how can it is possible? Because it is less than 500, so automatically we will get zeros. Is it possible 5,000 minus 1000? So that is the reason here round off to 1000 is not correct. So here we have to go for round off to 100. That's what he is saying. This is not reasonable estimate. Why it is not reasonable? Because to get a closer estimate, let us try rounding off each number to hundreds. Estimate the difference, 5,300. So this is better and more meaningful estimate. Yes or no? I said no, because it is 436 and it is less than 500, but so that is the reason we can't follow that rule. That is the reason we will go for estimate for hundreds. Is it clear to you all now? Where and for what questions we have to go for round off to 1000, for what questions we have to go for round off to 100, that we should take care of that. Otherwise we will get wrong answers. Okay. Now in the same way, where we will go for round off to estimate products, also he given at what situations we should go for round off to 100 and round off to 1000 also. And here in the next class we will start exercise 1.3. Okay children. So in today's class we just understand how to do and at what situations we will use round off for addition or subtraction or multiplication we saw now. So in the next class we will start our exercise 1.3 and try this also. We will try to find out the round off to this. So here 87, 313, that all we will see in the next class. To prevent coronavirus, wash hands, use mask properly, have temperature checked, avoid large crowds, never touch your face with unclean hands. Thank you for watching.